What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. We are dragging ass yet again, you guys. It's been a boring few weeks, hasn't it? I mean, looking at it here, 1, 2, 3 weeks, technically 4 weeks, kind of in this zone here. You can see it slowly bleeding down with moments of, oh, we're going up, moments of, oh, we're going down, but really we're not, right? It's doing the same shit that it did on the way down. It's doing it on the way up, right? Here you are, your daily high close right here. And then the day that you closed it above that, you had your next higher daily close, you started going down. I mean, technically it was the next day you had your top, but like that was your red candle, was the very next day after this day here. You get your red candle, you get your low here, you're going up, you get your lower low, and then you start going up. So it looks like today we're going to close below this, maybe. I mean, we have 18 hours and 54 minutes left, so we're going to close below this. But that could mean, you guys, if you're looking to trade this thing, that could mean that we might have a reversion after closing, because if we're going to go a little bit lower, maybe we go down to like 230, maybe we even go down to 220, somewhere in there. But I would expect that we see some kind of reversion back up to like 240, if not higher. So don't get too excited, bears, and don't get too bullish, bulls, if that happens. C-Zar, I think somebody asked me, and I think it was you, and I meant to do this. I'm sorry I forgot. I think you wanted me to do, I know somebody wanted me to, but I think it was C-Zar. BCH, BTC, they wanted me to do this pair and analyze this. And this chart looks a little bit more bearish. And that makes sense. You know, Bitcoin has been having some green days while Bitcoin Cash hasn't really been doing much. So that kind of makes sense. You are at an area that you found a low before, though don't get excited. You're very not good looking on your RSI. If we look at this here, that's not a good look. That's very weak shit right there. If this was like to the reverse effect, this would be really good stuff, right? Remember this over here? Great times. You're doing this now. To be fair, you're not showing like too much weakness, but you are at the like some of the lowest points you've been at in a second. You could find a double bottom here. I don't think you will, personally. I mean, maybe you go up a little bit from here, and then you continue to go lower. That's possible. Let's just see. Let's look at the daily right now. I don't know, man. You kind of rejected this area that you found support on before, found a little bit of support here, support over here. It's kind of an area of respect, more or less, at that 35-ish area. I don't really like that. I would think that you're going to lose some value versus Bitcoin. Now, that doesn't necessarily imply that Bitcoin Cash is going to go down, though I do think it is. It just means it's going to lose value against Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin Cash goes up less. If Bitcoin goes down, Bitcoin Cash goes down more. If they stay neutral, Bitcoin Cash goes a little bit lower as Bitcoin goes a little bit higher, something like that, whatever. Purple line is slanted down. You were hugging it, and now you're definitely below it. I want to look at this thing on the weekly. Weekly RSI, oh man, yeah, I would think, you got like conflicting things here, depending. You know, we're not done with the week yet. We do have a day and 19 hours left. If we can close the week here, it would actually set us up for the potential to bounce off the bearish area of control, which is the 40 level right here. And that would be a good look. You know, we've done that a few times, and it promoted some further growth up. Breaking through the 40 level here, went up. You know, you bounced a little bit and then ultimately went down. It's not like completely condemning for the bulls, or for the bears, but it would be a nice look if you could hold this area, but don't hold your breath necessarily. All in all, I don't really like this RSI right now. The best hope would be if we don't go lower for the next 2 days, essentially. That would be a nice look. Let's see. What are you doing on your fibs? You're wrestling this purple line, man. That's really what it is. That's what it's coming down to. I think the next time that you come up, you probably do break through it, because you went once, tried, twice tried, you held up a little bit longer. I bet the third time you're gonna do well. And right here on your fibs, it wouldn't be crazy. Maybe you do go down to your 618. You're at about 206 of a Bitcoin right now. If you went down to 2053, something like that would that makes sense. Previous area. If we look here, let me delete the fib. You know, kind of support there, support. Not really support there, but I mean, that wouldn't be crazy. I don't think that you're going to make lower lows. I think a lot of people do expect that this chart, I mean, if we look at it, right, don't get me wrong, you have all the reason to believe this, that it's just going to continue to go down versus Bitcoin. But I genuinely do believe that we're going to start seeing some different shit right now. We're actually going to form, I believe, our first higher low, like significant higher low. Yes, it'll go down, it will be a low, but it'll be a higher low. So far, all we've had in this chart's history is a low, a lower low. Not really too significant. I mean, I guess that's a higher low, but like, you know, not really. Kind of stagnant. I wouldn't really, technically these are higher lows, but it's kind of flush with this. But overall, lower lows, lower lows. I think this is going to prove to be the first higher low that stands to give us a new higher high after this. We're going to like change the direction of this chart. And we're seeing it, man. We're definitely seeing it because the way that you're interacting, we don't have the whole history for this purple line. It doesn't go back further. But with how close this one was and just like where the purple line is here, I don't think we would have been anywhere near it if we had extra days back here. Maybe back here we would have, I don't know. But this is definitely the most bullish we've interacted with the purple line. On top of that, we saw the most bullish reading on the RSI that we've ever seen in this chart coming from this move that took us up here. And from the other, like this move here and this move are both like very significant, right? They're almost like twins to a certain degree. This one was faster, but in size they're pretty similar. Taking the low to the high here, we bounced right off of that 1618 extension. I do think that that is some big shit. Oh, look at that. You got your 1272 right there. Maybe you don't go as low as I was saying. I don't know. You could. You can go below the 1272 and it's fine. But look at just something else, guys, real quick on like a side note. Went to your 1618. How many times have I talked about retracing to your 886 and finding resistance there? That's a very common maneuver generally if you want to go to deeper extensions, which doesn't add to the bullish effect that I was laying out. But you can reject your 886 and still continue to go higher. You know, it's like this is a good rule for going to deeper extensions if we're in bearish conditions, which I don't necessarily believe we are. We have the potential for that, of course, but I don't know, man. Strongest reading we've ever seen, strongest move we've ever seen, you know, in comparison to that. I think that we're going to see some different stuff than we've seen in this chart's history. So at the moment, going down versus Bitcoin is really what I'm trying to say. I'm beating around the bush so much to just say that. I do think the price itself is going to go lower as well. If Bitcoin drops, that BCH BTC chart just means that Bitcoin Cash is going to drop more. I do think we're going to fall out of this little range here that we've got set up, right? We're probably going to fall out of this. Maybe it's a little bit tighter, something like that. And I think we're starting to see that now. With stuff like this, because Bitcoin Cash isn't the most direct crypto. It likes to psych us out, right? It likes to play games. I mean, literally what I started the video talking about. You got your higher daily high close here, and then it was down. You got your lower daily high close here, and then it was up, you know. So it does like to play games. I wouldn't be surprised that, and we're probably already starting to see it with this day, but as we break out of this ascending trend line, however you want to draw it, maybe it's from this low, maybe it's from that low there to this low, you know, maybe we're not breaking out of it just yet, but I wouldn't think that we're just going to go like this out of it. I would bet that we probably move sideways out of it, and then we see our drop out of it, something like that. That would lead it. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we like don't just drop right out of it, but we kind of move below it. I don't know. That's kind of what I would expect, right? To kind of give you false hope that, oh, maybe it is. It broke through, but it's not going down yet. Oh, and then you go down. I don't know. I don't know how much sense I'm making. I hope I'm making some sense. Very neutral daily RSI. Looking weak though. Looking like it wants to go lower. You know, the last two times that we were this week, I was like, you're going to go to your oversold zone. You're going to go to your oversold zone. I'm saying it here. I think you are going to go to your oversold zone. Wrong the last two times. Maybe I'll be right this time. But if not, I'm happy. I don't care. Don't go lower. Prove me wrong. I will be the happiest person on the planet, man, because I hold a large bag of Bitcoin Cash. If you hold this area and you go up, cool. It's not going to hurt me at all. But we are, you know, trending down on the purple line here. You can see that the purple line is bending down. Being above the purple line like this while it trends down isn't necessarily a good thing. You know, you were below it here. I guess with this move, the purple line was still trending down, but then, you know, when you curved up, that's when you saw this strong move here. Let's see if we can find something that kind of shows what I'm trying to talk about. Not really. I mean, here you're trending down, you were above it, and it got given back pretty immediately. Where here you started to level out, but you didn't turn up until you were above it, so I don't know. It's not really a good comparison. Nothing else is really showing it, but I don't know. Not really any good examples, huh? Here you're kind of sloping upwards and you're below the purple line. You had this nice move out. Then you started to slope downwards, but it's like right with this too, so I don't know if that's fair to say. I can't really find any good examples, so I guess with that I'm just going to leave it there. But generally, again, this sloping down is not a good thing. You're above it, but the trend is down while you're in an uptrend, looking like you want to break out of it. Like this, it's not a good look right now. You know, over here, when we were like holding these lows, it was looking like we wanted to go higher. Right here, this was kind of a nice attempt here, but then whenever we had this day, it was rather, I say that day, this day right here, right? That one. To me, that was the condemning day. That was the day that really showed that we're going to probably go lower. And I think we are. You know, this is just a drawn out video saying that I think we are going to go lower, probably around the $190 to $200 area. Same old stuff with a little BCH, BTC analysis as well. If you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Share it with your grandparents, your best friends, your aunts and uncles. No, I mean, do whatever you want. Neutral RSI on the 4 hour. But this, man, this really, it looked so good. Like, this was such a nice look, and you shit out of it. You really did. You're holding support at an area that you've held support before, but I bet you're going to go lower, man. I do think this is the beginning of a move that will take you lower. Good. Go lower. Let's buy some more. I know we'd all be happy to buy some more. So, and you can see it with the price action itself, too. Right, big red candle. That's the biggest candle we've had in a while. Was to the downside. Most volume we had in a while to the downside. So I think we're showing our hand here. Right, it's not completely telling yet. We're still dragging ass, but I think there are signs. If you look, there are signs. So if you guys like the video, thumbs ups are appreciated. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, a good day, a good time. Take care.